in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm so proud to be one of the Fly Nubian Queens here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our broadcast today. We are so pleased that you have joined us. I have yet another perspective on the Sharon, Osbourne, and Sheryl Underwood little brouhaha that took place sometime last week. Somebody talked black to me. We're going to be talking about now how Steve Harvey, you heard me right. We're going to be talking about now how Steve Harvey is complicit. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Vicki Dillard fan page, all of our supporters in the digital building and moderator. Thank you for your kind compliments. I was bright yellow just for you. Shout out to you, Western, for your gift. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold, beloved. Again, family, let's get ready to do a little bit of housekeeping before we go any further. As you come in, please come in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. We want you to know that you can text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Also, beloved, we have a store at shopfnq.com. That's shopfnq.com. I am also so thrilled, so excited about this Saturday, ladies, this Saturday, March 20th, 2 p.m. Eastern, backed by popular demand. I'm doing a part 2 on the Secret Money in Your Womb, the Secret Money in Your Womb webinar. It's a 2-hour intensive webinar where I'm going to be discussing with you, how we manifest differently than men. And we're going to be talking about ancient secrets as a divine feminine, beloved. You don't want to miss it. The response from the first one was absolutely amazing. The testimonies from the sisters are mind-blowing. And so, baby, we're going to the first one was amazing. I am so excited about this next one, as well as this upcoming activation. It is going to be amazing. The subtitle is, You Are the ATM. Ooh, y'all ain't ready. If you ain't ready, that's all right. Get ready. I want you ladies to bring you all of your daughters, your mother-in-law, your daughter-in-law, all of the Girl Scouts, your Soros, everybody that you can think of. That's right. Testimonies keep coming in. You want to go 2 ways you can join. If you join my weekly mastermind for $1 at clubvicky.com, you get free access. The link is in the chat. Or if you don't want to do that, no problem. Just go straight to flynubianmastermind.com. That's flynubianmastermind.com, okay? flynubianmastermind.com. So I hope to see you there. That's this Saturday. Let me tell you something, beautiful, beautiful sisters. Don't play. Do not play. First of all, it's a very reasonable rate. And secondly, a lot of y'all getting that stimulus check. Talk black to me. So we're going to stimulate your spirit with your stimulus check. Somebody talk black to me. So no excuse this time. And you might be able to pay for somebody else to attend. Bless their cash app and tell them to join right away. Either join my weekly mastermind. You can still join the mastermind for $1 at clubvicky.com and get automatic access. Or again, go to flynubianmastermind.com. Let us again stimulate your spirit with your stimulus check. Y'all play too much. Some of y'all probably already received them. And then by Saturday, for sure, some of y'all accounts going to be filled. So I want to see you there, beloved. Somebody talk black to me. So enough of that for now. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like. Be sure to share. Now, let me tell you what's happening now. Let me tell you what's happening now. Now, we've got a lot. Remember, I told you last week, at issue with a lot of different matters that we have in Black society. And frankly, not just Black society, obviously. We're the victims, unfortunately. But the issue that we have in America, and by extension around the world, is this. It's racist white people, number one. And number two, racist white people's Black people. Did you catch that? I said, did you catch that? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I said, at issue in one too many cases is racist white people. Watch this. Number one. Number two, and racist white people's Black people. Do you understand? No matter which way you look at it, and no matter which group you're referring to, you are still dealing with white supremacy at work. White supremacy does not work only through white people. White supremacy is actually, in many cases, most effective when racist white people's Black people are doing their bidding. Somebody talk Black to me. Thumbs up, family. On the count of three, for those of you that have it, hit that thumbs up button. 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. I'm getting ready to read this disclaimer. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm getting ready to cue something I want you to listen to, and this disclaimer I'm getting ready to read. While I'm doing that, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, 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 share. Of course, the reason why we ask that you do that is because it makes it more likely that other folks will know that we are here. And yes, indeed, we're holding court. Somebody talk Black. This is the home of the hand claps and the gavel raps. Is that right, family? Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now, family, I was made aware recently that after this pathetic racist brouhaha that was instigated by one Sharon Osbourne, without getting into too many of the details, I'm going to need somebody to put some bats in the chat. Talk Black to me. Somebody please put some bats in the chat. We got to keep the perspective right. See, I believe in doing visuals. I believe in teaching to multiple audiences, because everybody don't pick you up like that just because your words. Some people need visuals. Somebody please put the bats in the chat. I'm seeing some bats. Talk Black to me. Talk Black to me. Now, for those of you that may not get it, baby, you're going to have to catch up with the couple of other previous shows that we've been doing regarding this topic. So y'all help them out in the chat. If people are confused about the bats in the chat, somebody just put last week's link so they can understand what the world is going on. See, we got to keep proper perspective. See, when you don't lose focus and when you understand clearly and are ever aware of the white supremacist traits, nature, and character, see, you don't let them throw you. When you understand the connection to the Osbournes and bats, you will understand it's too much that we even talking about what this white lady think in the first place. Somebody talk Black to me. We holding court today. Do your little research on Osbourne. Those the same lips. I mean, there's no reason for us not to believe she done ate, boiled, fried, broiled, baked. Talk Black to me. Stir fried or bad. None of us have any. We don't know about that. I mean, it just would seem to make sense because we know for sure that her husband, with whom she's had several children, her husband whose lips she's kissed and God knows whatever else with, we don't know what kind of stir fry, what kind of broiling, baking, barbecuing. Somebody talk Black to me. Bats she been fooling with in the kitchen like that. Y'all hearing me today? We do know that there's some strange stuff that goes on in the Osbourne family. So because we know that this is their reality, this is who they are, the fact that this white lady has this outsized influence is just startling. It's mind-boggling. Because we know that whenever we go to realizing, okay, you eat bats, we don't take you seriously no more. Do you see what I'm saying? The moment we see that this is a part of the equation of who you are, we say, you know what? It ain't it's not even about that. It's not even as serious like that with you and us listening to you and taking you serious. What we do know is we should get away from you. Somebody talk black to me. And we should make sure that you and whatever kind of things that come along with that lifestyle. You hear me today? We got to make sure that we keep ourselves socially distanced from that. Are y'all hearing me today? Now, again, if you're behind schedule, family, we want to welcome you to get caught up on your daily war briefings. You're never supposed to miss a Vicki show. Somebody talk black to me. Make sure you tune in because I'm typically here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on FlyNewBeingQueenTV.com. This is our Black Media Prime Time. Are y'all hearing me today? Now, guess what? This is what I posted on my Instagram page today. Can y'all see this? This is what I posted on my Instagram page. Let me get close so you can see. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Share, 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 share. At the bottom of your screen, there should be a share button. Just hit the bottom of your device. Touch the bottom of your device. Or there you go. And a share button. The share button should pop up. And you can copy the share button and then you can paste it on your other links, okay? So I posted this. Can y'all see this? I posted this on my Instagram page. You can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Look, I got some on the tip of my fingernails. Look at this. And what I said here is Steve Harvey praises Sheryl Underwood. Y'all listen. For tolerating Sharon Osbourne's racist outburst. I said, I'm going to let you listen to a brief clip. I've already read the Copyright Act of 1976. This is a clip of Sheryl Underwood going on Steve Harvey's radio show recently to discuss the racist incident that she encountered with Sharon Osbourne. But what you're going to find is some very, 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 very disturbing comments. Now, I'm telling you it's disturbing right now because I don't want some of you who are confused. Are y'all hearing me? Who are susceptible to the spirit of Sambo, step and fetch, coon, buttery bussy bite. Somebody talk black to me. And that notorious League of Mammies. I don't want you to be pulled in the wrong direction. Do you understand? This is important. So what I put in the description underneath this, when I posted this, is I put that Steve Harvey should sit his not funny self, because we know he's a comedian. I said Steve Harvey needs to sit his funny looking self down. Somebody say sit your funny looking self down. He has a history, this is what I wrote, of criticizing black women for not submitting to white supremacy. And you know I'm going to prove it to you in no limit of time. I put on here also, you won't believe the plot twist with Sharon Osbourne and her latest attack on another black woman. In the process of me researching this, because some of you reached out to me with this, and my sister, my Mississippi sister is what I call it sometimes, my sister Rashida, we were discussing some stuff over the past couple of days. And of course, she was a confirmation. Because I be trying to stay away from stuff, y'all. And I had already told her I had seen this and I shared it on my Facebook page. But she just had to talk to me about this. So I said, okay, she always just make me take it to the next level on stuff when I don't even really be trying to go there like that. Shout out to you, Jerome, for your gift. He said, kill it, queen. And all of you that are giving, I bless your gifts 1,000-fold. Now watch this. Watch this. Listen to a brief clip of Sheryl Underwood on Steve Harvey's radio show recently discussing this incident. Listen closer to what Steve says. Let me make sure you can hear it okay. Let's get our sound together. Give me 1 second. And while I'm doing that, family, I cannot overemphasize. Thumbs up, like, and share. Thumbs up, like, and share. Someone just mentioned a minute ago how, thank you, Christopher. Okay, here we go.
Come on, Steve.
Here we go. Thank you, Christopher. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Someone else just mentioned how one of the Osbourne's daughters said something racist about the Latinos. I did see that clip. I knew about that some days ago. But I'm keeping the focus mostly on us because we're the greatest offenders. Somebody say we can appreciate those other groups discussing this themselves. Somebody talk black to me. Y'all hear me today? Somebody talk black to me. I'm very aware of that. But on the Vicki show, I'm going to be talking about the #1 offender. That's the black man and the black woman. Somebody talk black to me. Y'all know I love all people. Latino, brown, red, all of them. I love all of y'all. I'm your mama. I'm the mother of civilization. Of course I love you. But we got to keep this thing, the focus on that 500-year victim of white supremacy and oppression and torture. Are y'all hear me today? See, I mean, birds of a feather, bats of a feather flock. I mean, it's gonna, that's not a surprise. Some people say, Vicki, there's certain things as I get older, some of my siblings say, you look more like mom on some things, and my father is deceased. May he rest in power. Some people tell me I get certain traits from my dad or my father's side of the family and stuff. If I'm made up of them, birds of a feather, birds of bats on the back. It just go together. So that's just to be assumed. But let me get on to this clip. Y'all play too much. Why y'all laughing at me? Thumbs up, family. Share. While this is going on, don't ever take it for granted that we're here. Don't ever take it for granted that other people don't know that we're on live right now. They might be busy, and as we know, other folks watch it later. And I'm so grateful that we're with the family of affiliate networks and platforms. So my show is often re-aired on other platforms. That's great. But we also want to let folks know that we're here live right now. Thank you so very much. And keep the bats in the chat. Thumbs up, like, and share. This is Sheryl Underwood. Sheryl Underwood, who sat her funny looking self on that stage and let this white woman run roughshod over her. She was extremely polite. She was very tolerant of this white supremacist, Karen Osbourne. Now listen to what Steve's funny looking self said to Sheryl on the show. What'd I say? What's a girl named Sheryl? Listen to what Steve Harvey said to Sheryl Underwood on the show. Let me see.
All right, come on, Steve. Introduce our girl from the talk, the one and only Sheryl Underwood.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Sheryl Underwood.
Hey. Sheryl.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey. Yes.
Let's skip all the pleasantries. We need all the time to talk about this. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind.
You were trending. I want to get from you how you felt about everything that occurred on the talk, the whole position that you had with Piers Morgan. How did you feel about it? How did you feel about Sharon Torn's remarks? And everything. I said what I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know you did it. I know.
That's the hardest Steve ever has gone on white supremacy. It's calling her a funny little name. That's as worst it's gonna get. That's all it's gonna happen right there.
And how did you feel about it? And how are you? Just as my little sister, how are you?
Well, Steve, I'm gonna tell you what God love, and that's the truth. I think that this is about discipline. It's about restraint and being a better me. You know, because you wake up every day, you know, and everybody, especially people of color, go through this all the time. There's just no cameras pointing at you. Nobody get to see it.
Oh my
been on the
God.
talk before.
Oh my God.
All the time. There's just no.
I don't know if I could do this. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. The first thing this law member, this League of Mammon member, Sheryl, said is what? She said, I'm going to tell you about what God loved. And she ain't talking about nobody's black Jesus. She ain't talking about the revolutionary Jesus. She said, I'm going to tell you about what God loved, and that's the truth. She said it was about restraint. Isn't that what she said?
Nobody.
Feel about it? How did you feel about Sharon Ash Torn's remarks? You know, and
correct.
And everything. I see it. I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know you did it. I know.
And how did you feel about it? And how are you? Just as my little sister, how are you?
Well, Steve, I'm gonna tell you what God loves, and that's the truth. I think that this is about discipline. It's about restraint.
It's about discipline and restraint for Vicki to not holler, not scream, not go after these law members. It's about discipline for me to not interrupt this this audio footage for y'all because I'm so disgusted by these black bootlick mammies.
In a better me, you know, because you wake up every day, you know, and everybody, especially people of color, go through this all the time. There's just no cameras.
Who is the people of color? First of all, real black people, when discussing the number one victim of torture and white supremacy and genocide, we know that there is a rule in true black society, especially amongst black grassroots. And what is that, family? We never refer to ourselves as what, family? People of color. We don't know what that means for us. We're black people, and you can say black people and people of color. That's acceptable. But we must always be distinct and stand out. I'm going to need somebody black to talk black to me. Vicki, let this thing play.
That's you. Nobody get to see it. Nobody know it. And today was my day. And I accept the blessing of the lesson. I accept that.
Girl, shut.
Because I thought, you know, with Pierce, you know, because Pierce Morgan had been on the show before, been on the talk before. And I think one of the last times he was on, I think was via Skype or via Zoom, and he said something about Meghan Markle, and I believe he said something about it's not about race, and I said yes it is, it's about her being black, and that's why you're treating her like that. I love you, but that you wrong for that right there, and that was what I said. So in thinking that, you know, because I watched the whole thing, I watched the whole interview, Tommy and them, I watched it all, and I could see their pain and what they're feeling. And, you know, we live a very, very good life. So the first thing I'm thinking that I'm about to have
all this, if you're wondering what's taking her so long to give Sharon Osbourne this work, is because Sheryl Underwood is trying to make sure that she keeps her job. That's right. Make it go viral. Make it go viral so they know who to interview. Exactly. And I'm gonna explain to you why both Steve and this what do we call her? What do we call her? We'll get here in a minute. We'll get there in a minute. We'll get there. Y'all sitting here talking about the Grammys. Oh, there's another award ceremony that's going on today. Black prime time. Somebody talk black to me. Keep listening, family. Thumbs up, share, share, share.
Conversation on the show that I've been on since season 2. This is season 11. Been there since 10 years. I never thought in my mind what was going to happen, that this was going to go left like this. I thought we were just going to have a conversation, but I thank God. I thank God for what the Lord let me see. And
girl, shut up with this. I do the clubvicky.com. I'm the one do spiritual classes. We're not doing Sheryl Underwood's classes talking about it's the Lord, it's the blessing. I thank the Lord. No, I do spiritual courses. We're not taking those spiritual cues from Lom. You can join clubvicky.com for $1. Sheryl is doing all of this Jesus, white Jesus talk at that. Tell us when she thanks the Lord. This is what's wrong with you sick, twisted, old school Negroes, is you want us to thank the Lord for abuse. You see it as a blessing from God to be humiliated and put in your place. You see it as a blessing from God for somebody to stick their finger in your face. You nut job. Sheryl is too big for that. In every respectful sense of the word. Me being someone from Mississippi was 230 pounds and thought I was fine and cute. Didn't suffer from no low self-esteem. So I don't trip on even obese, but my family and loved ones go through stuff like that. But they don't count right here. She in a class all by herself. These funny looking Aunt Jemimas are too big for that. This is a part of the trick. Every time when they want us to submit to white supremacy, they always throw the Lord in there. Y'all supposed to be telling me not to holler.
Conversations that are being had and the power that's being coalesced, because I never thought in my mind what was going to happen, that this was going to go left like this. I thought we were just going to have a conversation, but I thank God. I thank God for what the Lord let me see, and the conversations that are being had and the power that's being coalesced, because the world needs to see what people have to go through, and that restraint and that blessing. Words I can say right now is peace be still.
What in the? I'm gonna need y'all to help me again. I think myself to be an intelligent black woman, but I'm not sure how none of this matches. What does thanking the Lord and peace being some still? She said, peace be still. She is conducting, what is that outrageous judicial mammy out there in Texas? Judge Mammy Tammy, the one that presided over Amber Geiger's thing and Amber Geiger's trial. By the way, I think Amber Geiger got some kind of appeal going on right now too. But remember that black judge, Tammy Kemp, I think it's her name. We call her Judge Mammy Tammy. That's your real name. That's the reason I be forgetting the woman's real last name, because we gave her that powerful nickname. Remember that black female judge in the Amber Geiger trial? Remember after it was over, what did that black judge do? Y'all don't play with me. Y'all stop playing with me. See, some of y'all forget. Some of you all forget why I have to give these sisters this work. This is a pattern. These strategically placed Aunt Jemimas are dangerous. They're judges. They're on large shows that reach millions of people, like Sheryl. Jamil Hill writes for a white newspaper, and she had a reputation before that with ESPN. Do you see why I have to go after them? Judge Mammy Tammy in the Amber Geiger trial. Do y'all remember what happened with this judge after it was over? Y'all forget. Y'all forgot, didn't you? Tell the truth. What did Judge Mammy Tammy do, family? The white supremacist Amber Geiger, the white supremacist Amber Geiger murdered our brother, had no real defense for the murder. Somebody said she hugged her. She certainly did hug her. But what did she do before she hugged her? Y'all play too much. Maybe this will help you. Maybe this will help remind you what she did.
Truly, again, something I think we could all learn from.
It was a...
that act is truly, again, something I think we could all learn from.
It was a healing moment.
I hope it has that effect. I really do. Because I think he...
What does Judge Mammy Tammy got in her hands? Come on, talk black to me. First of all, she came out of her private chamber. She used her private Bible. She gave her personal Bible to this white supremacist killer. And she conducted a whole catechism course on the side. Shout out to you, Jane. Y'all making fun of me. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. She did a whole catechism. She did a whole 9-month Sunday school session. She did the full-fledged BTU. What y'all know about that? She did an entire 17-series Wednesday night Bible study in her court with this white supremacist killer. What am I saying? One of the common traits amongst these mammies a lot of times is they throw the Lord and Jesus and Bible and God in there, but it's the wrong one. I'm one of the most spiritual people you can get, but I'm here to snatch your white Jesus off of Calvary. I'm here to offend your sick, hypocritical, demonic doctrines that keep our people in bondage and conflate our bondage, our torture, and our abuse with the will of God. You guys normalize our sickness. You're the reason we're in the condition we're in after 500 years because you keep telling us that this is the Lord. Somebody said you just said vacation Bible school. Baby, they don't know about that vacation Bible school. Tell them Cedric can stay vacation Bible school. I am a spiritual person. But the God that the white supremacists gave you, because they know that the black man and the black woman, we are the most spiritual people on the planet. I don't care if you are Muslim. I don't care if you're Buddhist. I don't care if you're a root worker or some other type of practitioner. They know that most of us believe in a higher, greater force, a supreme being. So they traded in our black spiritual practices, told you that they were satanic, they were witchcraft, that was the devil, and they turned around and instead gave you your white, lying, powerless, blue-eyed, blonde-haired, stringy-haired Jesus, who they tell you tells you to turn the other cheek when you're raped and sodomized and set on fire. Somebody talk black to me. Thumbs up, family. I got to show y'all how this is so egregious. What Sheryl and Steve, funny looking self Harvey, is sitting up here doing. Jerome said, ouch.
Embrace the idea and the concept.
Well, now the judge is talking to Amber. Oh my God, the judge is down there talking to Amber. I just don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this. What do you think's happening right now?
I
Look.
have no idea, quite honestly. I've never seen anything like this.
Did you see one of the white supremacist lawyers turn around? He got choked up because this mammy coming out with the Bible has got him choked up. He knows that there ain't no way in hell none of him and his people would ever talk about the Lord after they've just murdered and committed a high crime and a terrorist act against somebody in black society. The white legal commentators are even saying they've never seen nothing like this. The problem with you award-winning law members is that even the white supremacist says you amaze them. Even the white supremacist says that you've given them more than they could ever ask or think. The white supremacist says you take this cooning to a level that they've never known before, to the point where they're amazed they choking up. Again, this is the invocation of the Lord. Breezy, even they be surprised when we cape so hard. Exactly, sis. Exactly. Somebody said, Vicki, keep producing the receipts. You know that's all I do. I got to connect to dots, to situations and circumstances that some of y'all don't even think matches. Some of you all think it's just a one-off when I'm talking about the okras and the kales of the world and these devilish lawn members. Somebody said you took it to another level. They sure do. That's the reason why I told you. What have I taught you? I've taught you that the white supremacists, we're in a war against us, right? They conscript, they draft some of us to be on their team for their white supremacist purposes. Why? Because war is bloody and war is costly. When they hire a mammy, they don't have to do the heavy lifting of unnecessary bloodshed. And they don't have to spend the money, the resources. It's less espionage, less surveillance that they have to do in and of themselves, less work of sabotage that they have to engage in. They just install one of their mammies, tell you it's the Lord, because you see them as a mother and because you see them as nurturing, you'll think everything is safe and sound. They save money. They're able to defray their costs and get so much bang for their white supremacist buck. Talk black to me, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up. For those of you that's just coming in, my name is Vicki Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard and sign up today. Let me stimulate your spirit, sis. Talking about the secret money in your womb, part 2. You are the ATM. Some of y'all getting y'all stimulus checks, so don't play with me. Y'all show up in droves. Bring all the Girl Scouts, all your sorors, all your church girlfriends and stuff, all the sisters in your family. Use those stimulus checks and let me stimulate your spirit. Join today at flynubiamastermind.com. This Saturday, 2 p.m., I'm doing a special 2-hour webinar just for you. And also, you can either do it that way to join the mastermind directly at flynubiamastermind.com. The link will be in the chat. So make sure that you take a picture of the screen so that you can go to the link later. Or if you join my weekly mastermind for $1, you can get in for free. Shout out to our beautiful moderator, Angel Love, running the Vicki Dillard fan page, moderator in the building. We so appreciate your love and dedication. Let's go back to Mammy Tammy for a quick lesson. Hold on. The silence, or even the silence, the whispering that you're hearing is that Bible study she's conducting on the side of her church. She just converted that courtroom into a church. She's sitting there telling Al-Qaeda, white supremacist Al-Qaeda, that she got purpose. And she taking her straight to the scripture. Watch this. Y'all think I'm playing. Look up the information. Y'all know I did a show on this sometime back. Watch this. Judge Mammy Tammy is so disgusting. She's such an egregious, what's the word I want to say? Stain, worse than that. But let me just be nice. She's such an egregious stain on black society that she was sitting there discussing, doing a one-on-one Bible study with this white supremacist, and was telling her to basically take out the name of the people and put her name in there, Amber Geiger. She was telling her, when you go behind those bars and do this little to no kind of time, I want you to come out powerful, a more powerful white supremacist. You got to come out powerful, a greater terrorist. That's what she should have told her. With me empowering you with the Bible and the law and the will of God, you weren't being your best self out there in the world, Amber. You only shot one person. And when you shot him, the record showed that during around the time, shortly after the time, before the time, you were sexting. After you shot him even. You were still trying to get your little booty call. So next time, with you having the Lord, maybe you will have more than just one victim next time. Maybe you can come out to be a more powerful white supremacist. Somebody talk black to me. That's what she might as well told her. That's exactly right. You was kind, you was smart, and you was important. That means that you are empowering your white supremacists, Abilene. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, share, share, share. And she's talking to her like a preacher, telling her, you can't hear it, that he has a purpose for her. I'm finna skip because this sermon and this Bible study is too long. Watch this. Let me fast forward it. Keisha, thank you for your gift. You said you wish you had more. Well, beloved, I thank you for what you do have, blessing the network. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. Look.
It sounded like maybe she was reading a Bible scripture or witnessing somehow. I mean, it's just oh my God, now the judge is hugging Amber Geiger. Okay, this is, I'm starting to lose it again.
Well, and I think that the emotional aspects of this case, and again,
when the white supremacist gets choked up, black family, this is when they start to tell you you don't want an Emmy or an Oscar. They tell you, Negro, you took this white supremacy to another level that even we choked up. You did not did yourself. Let me get back to Sheryl. I had to remind you that y'all got a history of throwing God and the Lord in white supremacist circumstances. You sound like Sheryl's funny looking self. Talk black to me, somebody. You sound like Sheryl's funny looking self.
Because I had to fix my face. I watched the whole interview, Tommy, and I watched it all. And I could see their pain and what they're feeling. And, you know, we live a very, very good life. So the first thing I'm thinking that I'm about to have a conversation on a show that I've been on since season 2. This is season 11. Been there since 10 years. I never thought in my mind what was going to happen, that this was going to go left like this. I thought we were just going to have a conversation, but I thank God. I thank God for what the Lord let me see, and the conversations that are being had and the power that's being coalesced, because the world needs to see what people have to go through, and that restraint and that blessing, words I can say right now is peace be still. Because I had to fix my face, Carla and Sheryl.
Yeah. No.
She want us to think she think we confusing her right now with Surgery on the Truth or Harriet Tubman. Because I had to fix my face and stuff. I mean, it was about restraint. It was the Lord. The Lord. Do you all understand now why I always deal with and address the lies of spirituality and religion that's got too many of our people bound? Because this is the mindset. You don't get to just talk about the actions of the people without understanding the spirit or the motive or the engine or the impetus that drives your white supremacist action. She wants us to think she's so big and bad because after the fact she said, because I had to watch my face. Vicki, this is your year. You are wonderful. Thank you, beloved. And I see your other compliments and your other gifts. Somebody said that, mentioned another network that I'm on. Yes, beloved, I'm on a couple of different networks. Your gifts are blessed 1,000-fold. Thank you so much. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. For those of you that are tuning in, make sure that you subscribe to FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Vicki, you the king of queens. Oh, thank you. Y'all are something else. I told y'all I never suffer from low self-esteem fooling with y'all. You are indeed my true digital family. I love you to pieces. Family, make sure that you share this broadcast, would you? And make sure that you subscribe. I'm so excited for Fly Nubian Queen, our YouTube. We've got a Facebook page where we have over 600,000 followers there, and we've got some other affiliate networks that we're connected to. Watch this. It's so amazing that on YouTube we've hit 140,000 subscribers. That's thanks to you all. So make sure, beloved, that you hit receive all notifications, because I'm not the only queen here. So when you hit receive all notifications, you'll be alerted when YouTube sends the alerts. You'll be alerted when the other queens go live, and I don't want you to miss their content either, okay? So be sure to share, would you? Again, my name is Vicki Dillard. I'm typically here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. This is Black Prime time for us, beloved. So set your alarms and set your clocks, okay? Thank you so much for making that happen. Let's listen to some more of this madness.
Cheryl, hold on right there. We're going to come back. We're talking to Sheryl Underwood today. We'll be back with more Sheryl Underwood from the talk right after this.
Now watch this. So Steve and them taking this break right now, right? Y'all get ready. Thank you, Clara. That was Clara that made that statement. Your gifts are blessed, my sister, 1,000-fold. Family. That's right, Black Cobra. That's why the Creator had to destroy a whole generation, because of that mindset. You know, I teach that a lot. When you look at the prophetic story, and I always say it's a prophetic story, because we're just now living out the Exodus from Egypt. Prophetically, spiritually speaking, beloved, the black man and the black woman in America are the children of Israel. Are you hearing me? There's no other people that fits the description of being in bondage in a land for over 400 years. Only us. The Bible speaks in algorithms. It speaks in code. We're the only people that fits that description. We're the only people that Isaiah talks about that would be sent over to a foreign place in ships. There's no other group of people that were put in the belly of ships. When you read Deuteronomy and you read about all of the different curses, you may find a group of people that experience one or two of the curses, but we're the only people that fits the description of all of the curses. Am I someone that believes that we're still under the curse? No. I believe that's the reason why the shift has come. The changing of the gods. Somebody talk black to me. In the process, why do I bring up that story? Because some of you know the story of the children of Israel. Some of you have heard about Moses and Israel. Some of you know that when Moses and Aaron went to deliver the children of Israel, how many of you all know that the very people that they came to deliver turned around and started fighting with them? Did you all know that some of the children of Israel was said to them, it would have been better for them to have died in Egypt? God was so mad at them, God said he was getting ready to take all of them off the planet. I didn't say planet. Diamond and Silk called it a planted. And whose planet is it? God was so mad, he was going to just take them all, get rid of all of them. But it's written that what? Moses interceded. So he did not allow any of them except from the older generation. Pay attention. He did not allow any of them from the older generation except two, Joshua and Caleb. Y'all play too much. I said he didn't let any of the older generation go into the promised land except for two. There's a lesson that you need to understand. You older black Negroes, somebody say Sheryl Underwood types, but specifically the man, Steve Harvey. A lot of you older men, a lot of you older law members are very dangerous. God himself didn't want to have nothing to do with you, as it's written, principally. God was trying to get rid of all y'all off his earth. But it was Moses that interceded. And even then, he didn't allow them to enter the promised land, did he? He allowed them to walk around the promised land. I mean, the mountain, the backside of the desert, without going into the promised land, except for two. You older Negroes are dangerous. You're dangerous because you're no longer about liberation. You're about settling God today. I can't scream. You are about settling. You are about telling us it's better to just cooperate with white supremacy, just know how to deal with white folks, tiptoe around the tulips. walk on eggshells around white people. Just do what you got to do so that you can pay your mortgage. Just shut up long enough so that you can get a little endorsement. Don't worry about the masses of black people. As long as you and your four are okay, screw the rest of black society. God knew he may have delivered them from Egypt, but he knew Egypt was still in them. And he said he could not afford for him to put you and your disgusting, sick, dangerous, chaotic, demonic, and contagious mindset into the promised land. So he said, okay, I'm patient enough to wait 40 years until they die off. Since you don't want me to kill them, Moses. Now, I ain't saying that I said that. I said it's written in the book. He wanted to take them all out. Because your mindset is dangerous. And we're saying to you today, watch this. Let me let you listen now. Again, fam, there are going to be important links about you joining my club, Vicki.com. Important links about sister, every woman in here. You getting your stimulus check. Stop playing. Let me stimulate your spirit with your stimulus checks. Phyllis, Queen, I share you with family and friends and coworkers. Thank you. You bring the receipts and the truth. Thank you so much, Phyllis. And Phyllis, you are always a great supporter of the network and me. Your gifts are blessed 1,000-fold. Everybody in here needs to share, 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 share. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let me get back to this audio. Listen to this. Again, for those of you that are tuning in, we're now discussing Steve Harvey's funny looking self. And what he's getting ready to tell Sheryl on his radio show about how she handled the abuse and white supremacy of Sheryl Osbourne. Somebody put the bats in the chat. Congratulations, Fly Nubian Rocks. Thank you, David. Y'all listen.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Let me turn that down. Let me turn that down. No music. Okay. Watch.
You were saying, first of all, let me say that all of us on the show were beyond proud of the way you handled the situation.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
We first of all thought you handled it masterfully.
Yes, yes.
I mean, just really, really well. And you told the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I did not appreciate Sharon ass toys.
Did you hear what he said, family? He said him and his whole crew. Excuse me. He didn't just say she handled it well. He said masterfully. These are the people that God was trying to take off his planet and refused to allow to go into the promised land. This is Steve. One for Steve, one for Sheryl today. Sheryl looked closer to the biscuit. Steve looked like he this animal right here on top. Forget the Grammys. Ain't nobody talking about no Grammys. We talking about the Biscuit Award. He said masterfully, but they ain't done yet. Listen to how all the staff co-signing it.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Hold on. Here we go.
And her feelings. And before we left, Sheryl, you were saying, first of all, let me say that all of us on the show were beyond proud of the way you handled the situation.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
We first of all thought you handled it masterfully.
Yes, yes.
I mean, just really, really well. And you told the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I did not appreciate.
That's the difference between the old, dead, useless black media and the true, new black grassroots media. Do you understand? Nobody that matters. I said nobody that matters. No black people that matter is sitting up here telling Sheryl she handled nothing masterfully. The old dead black, that's their assessment. That's why we can't get free. He's telling her, submitting to white supremacy. You did a masterful job, girl. Now let me say this before I let y'all keep listening for a couple more seconds. How many of y'all saw our powerful show we did a few days ago that I did on Stephen A. Smith? How many of y'all saw that show I did on Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith sitting up here telling a whole grown, full-fledged masculine man by the name of LeBron James. He was getting onto LeBron James because LeBron James isn't out there publicly pushing that shot. How many of y'all saw that? So Stephen A. Smith, somebody spell Stephen's name in the chat. Do y'all know where I'm going with this? Somebody put Stephen's name in the chat. Does anybody see the profundity? How do you spell Stephen A. Smith? S-T-E-P-H-E-N. Remember, I taught you. Stephen A. Smith, funny looking self, gonna tell a whole grown man because he's not pushing a white supremacist shot. He's trying to correct LeBron James and criticize him publicly. What did I teach you a few days ago? I told you that the root word of Stephen is what? Somebody say step. That's from the dictionary, not the dictionary, the dictionary. Stay tuned, that book is coming soon. I said the root word of Stephen is step. Step is derived from what? Step and fetch. Somebody say step and fetch. I said somebody say step and fetch. For those of you that don't understand, that's an actual literal, phrase. Step and fetch is how many people once described the job, y'all, of a slave. It ended up being a phrase that was used as a stereotype for a lazy black man, a stereotype for that. Somebody say Stephen A. Smith, root word step. Step derived from step and fetch. That's from the dictionary, not the dictionary, the dictionary. Talk black to me. Love you, sis Kate, and I love you back, beloved. Well, family, what some of you don't know is that Steve is also a derivative of step and fetch. That's from the dictionary. Somebody say that's from the dictionary. Somebody say that's from the dictionary, not the dictionary. Steve is a derivative of the word Stephen or Stephen. Somebody talk black. You can hear the first three letters, S-T-E. Somebody talk black to me. Step and fetch is also relevant to who? Steve Harvey. Some other people reminded me of this, even though I saw a little bit of most of the clips from this movie. Y'all remind me, tell me, y'all confirm for me if this is true. Somebody else just reminded us about this. In the movie Django, is it true that dude's name was Stephen too? Y'all let me know if I'm telling the truth on that. Is it true that guy in the movie Django, his name was Stephen too? Or Stephen too? Because I don't remember the dude's name. The one that was crying and dying because the white man. Y'all, somebody said, yep. Somebody said true. Okay. Y'all know I need the intelligent black people. Y'all got to help me sometime. That ain't no accident. That's prophetic. Y'all play too much. This is a spiritual class today. Y'all didn't see that was spiritual. While Sheryl is over here telling us about the Lord and all these lounge members telling us about the Lord, I'm trying to tell you what's spiritual. This is from the Lord. The connection between the Stephen from Django, Stephen A. Smith, and Steve Harvey. Did y'all see the power in that? That go together. That goes together. That ain't no accident. Listen.
Sharon asked towards the way she came and talked about, and you don't need to be crying over there. I need to be wanting to be crying. But you crying for what? Ain't nobody did nothing to you. Ain't nobody said nothing to you. Now, just because you want to run to the defense of Piers Morgan, what Piers Morgan, the problem with solving racism is when you don't know what you're doing is racist.
Right.
If she were not black.
That's another thing that differentiates us, real black society that matters, real black media, and the dead fake black media family, the old dead black media. Number one, nobody black in their right minds none of us no longer goes around lying for white people saying that they didn't understand what they said was racist. Vicki don't teach you that. I teach you that they all know what they say and do is racist. They're just playing dumb to take you on a long white supremacist labyrinth. That's a real word. Look it up in the dictionary. In other words, it's a trick and a distraction. It's something to keep you in circles so that you will never get to the root and hold them accountable. So you sitting there playing this demonic, satanic, white supremacist game with white folks. When they tell you, you sitting there explaining, just like remember when Sharon was up there telling Sheryl, teach me, school me. What did he say that was racist? I taught you the only kind of school that I'm finna give her. The only schooling I was gonna do was the one involving her finger when she pointed in my direction. There ain't no other talking, no other conversation. Nothing else needs to go on. When you start to answer questions from the white supremacists, they're just throwing it out there. What's the word I'm looking for? As a decoy. That's just to take up unnecessary time. And because you're the only one that's out there dumb enough saying white people didn't even know what they said was racist, they know that by you talking, somebody say, hello, Uncle Roro. They know the more talking you doing, the more sympathy they're going to garner for you because you're going to feel strong and powerful because you think you schooling a white supremacist. And you just being tricked all the time with your slow self. Somebody put the turtles in the chat. I said real black society, real black media does not teach you. Like Steve just said, white folk don't know. She didn't know what she said was a racist. Nobody believes that anymore. I said that's a lie and a trick that the white supremacist only plays on you. Because they know that when black folks have a chance to explain stuff to white people, they know that makes you feel good about yourself. See, when you're explaining, Venus, continue to talk, Vicki, Black Messiah. Okay, your gift is blessed, beloved, 1,000-fold. I didn't get to see all your messages, but I heard you say something about Black Messiah and to keep teaching. Thank you, beloved. Listen. You're the only one that thinks they know that black folk like validation from white people. So white people know the more they say to you, show me how what I said was racist. They know that if they're telling you to show you that and you're explaining it to them, they know that you're going to think that they really weren't being racist because they really didn't know it. So they're going to garner sympathy from you and you're going to leave there. You're going to go home. You're going to go to all your little sister girl, the little sorrow meeting and stuff, whatever you call that. Exactly, Breezy. Watch this. You're going to go to your little girlfriend meeting. What you going to do? You're going to be sitting up there drinking cocktails. I mean, I don't drink, but y'all, I know y'all do, some of you. You're going to be sitting up there with your little cocktails, eat your little cheese and stuff, your little olives and stuff, whatever it is that y'all do with the drink. And you could be like, girl, I got into it the other day with this white girl, and girl, I had to school her on racism. And I told her, you should have seen me, girl. I told her that we've had to walk on eggshells around them and how this has been so oppressive over the years and how we have to talk to them one way on the job, but then at home we have to speak another way. Girl, I had to school her. Girl, I told her about Jim Crow. I told her about the legacy of chattel slavery and black codes and convict leasing. I love you back, Lil Norm. Your gift is blessed. Girl, I put her in her place. And you Negroes don't do any more white supremacist fighting. You be feeling so good about yourself because you sat there drinking. What did I say I was drinking? What them drinks I just said? I forgot that quick. That's how you know I'm drinking. Cocktails. What? Cocktails. You sitting there just bragging about how you told Vicki off. And you didn't even know Vicki was tricking your dumb self. Because you engaged in the whole conversation like they are not aware of their own madness, fool. What other war situation are you aware of? That the other side, tell the other side why they the enemy. Talk black to me. Thank you, Vicki Dillard fan page. She said martini, okay? Talk black to me. You the only fool in a war that tells the opposition some stuff like that. Let me get back to this audio. Thumbs up, thumbs up. For those of you just coming in, I see you all coming on in. My name is Vicki Dillard. I'm typically here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. And while I'm talking about Fly Nubian Queen, my curly braids are flying. Somebody talk black to me, so I'm trying to fix it. For those of you that are triggered when I touch my hair, turn your heads. Talk black. As you come in, be sure to come in giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. I want you to listen to a little bit more of this madness. Thumbs up, like and share. Don't forget, this Saturday, I have a 2-hour special webinar called The Secret Money in Your Womb. This is for every woman in your life. Brother, sponsor, or sister. Make sure that your wife is there. Shout out to you, Mel X, my warrior angel goddess. Thank you, beloved, and your gift is blessed. You're such an amazing supporter. Sponsor a sister in your life, brother. Ladies, use your stimulus check and let me stimulate your spirit and drop these jewels about the secret money, the secret wealth that's in our womb. I like about you are the ATM. Oh my God, it's going to be so amazing. Use your stimulus checks and let me. You can join 2 ways. If you join my weekly mastermind at clubvicki.com for $1, you get automatic access. That's clubvicki.com. Or if you don't want to join my weekly mastermind, no problem. Just go straight to flynubianmastermind.com. Flynubianmastermind.com. Excuse me. The moderators are putting the link in the chat. I want you to listen to a little bit more of this. This is Sheryl Underwood on Steve Harvey's show. Y'all listen.
We not even having this damn conversation about the
Listen.
The way she came and talked about, and you don't need to be crying over there. I need to be wanting to be crying. Oh. You crying for what? Ain't nobody did nothing to you. Ain't nobody said nothing to you. Now, just because you want to run to the defense of Piers Morgan, what Piers Morgan, the problem with solving racism is when you don't know what you're doing is racist.
Right.
If she were not black, we not even having this damn conversation about the baby, the royal family, or nothing else.
Amen.
If she was just a white girl, we ain't even having this conversation. Anybody got to give Oprah no interview.
Right, this is true.
But see, and then, let me just say this here. Y'all came on today, the day after the whole thing, and ain't nobody bring up the subject. You want to know why I think? This is just me talking. Anybody, Sheryl ain't saying this. This Steve Harvey talking. The reason nobody said nothing was because the firestorm that came to your defense, I mean, 1,000% people were behind the way you handled this, Sheryl. And they
He just gassing her up with that lie. Was any of us all last week, the last few couple shows I did any of us, anybody in true black grassroots society, black people that really matter, how many of us was sitting there high-fiving Sheryl, telling her she did a masterful job, and we came to her defense? No. The only thing we're talking about, we're exposing the white supremacist dynamic in that situation. I gave Sheryl that work, and I reminded you guys that she's a previous offender. Sheryl was making fun of black folks' nappy hair on the show, and she had to cry and apologize for that. Sheryl was up there bragging about being a conservative. Ain't nothing wrong with you being a black conservative, but you was stepping, fetching, and cooning and doing all that on the show. Slowness. Again, this is what separates old dead black media from the true black grassroots media. These are very telling statements. We different from them. We see things differently, Steve.
eating up. little Sharon ass torn all over the damn vlogs and stuff. So now they want to come in and squash it. Oh, she won't start nothing right now.
For those of you that don't know, Steve is talking about how on Monday, after all of the stuff hit, excuse me, this was Monday or Friday? The next day, was it Friday? It must have been Friday. The talk didn't even discuss how we was giving Sharon Osbourne all this work. They skipped it all together. But for those of you that don't know, guess what's happened since then? Guess what's been happening now? Thumbs up, family. Share, 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 share. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm pleased to be a Fly Nubian Queen contributor here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. Now, let me show you this. This for some of you guys, this might be breaking news. Look at this article. I'm reading to you now from Variety. Look at this piece. Y'all see this headline? Let me get closer. Look at this headline, family. Do you guys see this headline? It says the talk cancels show amid investigation surrounding Sharon Osbourne comments. Now, this is a piece that just came out from Variety. This was actually just done up yesterday. So for the next couple of days, the talk is not going to be on. Watch what this piece says. I'm going to tell you why this is a trick. Don't y'all fall for this. You listen to intelligent black media. Don't y'all fall for this white supremacist corporate media trick. This says the talk will go on a brief hiatus, canceling its live shows for Monday and Tuesday. That's today and tomorrow. Variety has confirmed. The news comes after CBS announced that it would be launching a probe into an episode earlier this week that saw Sharon Osbourne get into a heated exchange with co-host Sheryl Underwood after defending Piers Morgan's comments about Meghan Markle. It says the plan is currently to return to filming on Wednesday, a source says, but the show will evaluate and see where they are before moving forward. CBS declined comment and pointed to its earlier statement on this investigation on Friday. Quote, listen to this white supremacist madness. This is white corporate media for you. We're committed to a diverse, inclusive, and respectful workplace. All matters related to the Wednesday episode of The Talk are currently under internal review. They know that you guys are going to hear words like internal review and think FBI. God. They know your subconscious mind is going to shift into, ooh, this serious. They know that your subconscious mind going to think, ooh, if they missing the show, they must really be looking at something. They finna do something. Boy, they finna really get on down. Y'all play too much. This is a trick because they know that Sharon Osbourne, which is probably one of their number one co-hosts on there, which is why they keep her there. They know her wild bad habits. Her wild white supremacist bad habits are actually a benefit and a boon to their show. And they're trying to figure out how they're going to navigate keeping someone who's clearly openly racist and supporting a racist. They're trying to see how they're going to balance this. They're trying to see what kind of deal they're going to strike with her, still keep the show going, and do everything they can so they don't lose Sharon, but get her to maybe pipe down a little bit, or they're going to come out and say, we're giving rigorous training. Y'all got to understand how networks do tricks. Somebody talk black to me. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. Thank you, beloved. If every ebony man had an ebony woman like you, we would conquer these devils in a week. Wow, your gift is blessed 1,000-fold, beloved, for your kind words. Thank you so much. Listen, y'all, that's a trick. We've been giving them so much work. The backlash that has come from the grassroots. Pay attention. All the old dead black media, most of them, when they're discussing this Sheryl Underwood issue with Sharon Osbourne, they're not talking to you about Black liberation like we are. They're excited to once again explain to white people about why they're racist. They're not giving you these insights. Their take on what took place the other day is totally different than what we're talking about. Tell the truth, y'all. I told you at issue is what? Racist white people, number one. And number two, what else did I tell you? Racist white people's Black people. Talk Black to me. Now, what do I want to tell you now? The problem with Steve repeatedly telling Sheryl he is so proud of her and she handled the situation masterfully.
But the way you handle it and the way you've even handling it now, see, you better than me. You better than me.
All of us.
Me and Tommy, I'm telling you, and Junior, we had a speech for their ass. But you still the class act. And
all dead Black media are cowards. They sit there and tell you about an invisible speech that they have for the white supremacists. I come on live to give them this word. Steve talks about an invisible and secret speech behind the scenes that he has to the white supremacists. That's the reason why it's too much work for me anymore, family. And I got a confession. I may have mentioned this before, but I got to, from my heart, tell you again. I have my limits. Y'all love to tell me how intelligent I am. Your sister with the curly braids. Vicki is something else. I appreciate that. I receive it. I thank you. Yes. But I got to tell you what a little bit of my kryptonite is. I sometimes run out of appropriate words because y'all know I don't use cuss words and stuff like that. So I sometimes run out of words and phrases because the buttery bussy bite group, the brothers that fit that description, some of y'all, because some of y'all are actually trying to be Black women, I said, you know what? I can't. Shout out to my sister Rashida. She in the chat, the old Black media. Yeah, cowards girl. You know they are. That's my sister Rashida. Watch this. So in fact, I was telling this to my sister. I said, you know what? I'm not making any more distinctions. When I see the brother trying to be a bussy, you just straight finna be lumb. I'm not going through that. The mental trauma of trying to figure out the right words and the right way the way to appropriately categorize you. You lumb. You just finna be a part of the League of Mammies. That's where Steve is. When you go to showing buttery, bussy, bite behaviors, that's the triple, that's 4 B's, ain't it? Buttery, bussy, bite behaviors. My God, today. I got my limits, y'all. The moment you start showing buttery, bussy, bite behaviors, and you trying to, like all of y'all, trying to be a woman, a Black woman, you trying to be us, you trying to replace us, your pants are tighter than ours ever could be. You showing us hairy, multicolored chest. Men be wearing V-tops like this with stuff like, hey, the hair be like, what's up? What's up, Vicki? What's up, girl? Trying to the stuff be coming out the V-neck that the brothers be wearing, trying to high-five me. A gray hair on the chest. It's fine, brothers, to have gray hair on the chest. I mean, I'm in my 40s, so my hair gets gray and stuff too. But my God, today, that's not your station. We don't want to, you shouldn't be wearing V-necks like that. I know what I'm saying is not popular amongst you guys. I still get throwed, that's from the dictionary, when I'm trying to buy makeup and I'm trying to figure it out as a 42-year-old woman and I'm looking on the page and it's a man. Sis, tell me if I'm lying. It's so many men that's on all of these platforms now doing makeup, not the man doing a woman's makeup. I'm talking about with his beard, he doing his own makeup. Talking about concealer, to my mascara. And I'd be confused. Like, okay, I'm not that deep into makeup like that. Anyway, I have to watch these young black girls on YouTube to figure out what to do. I'm really confused when I'm seeing a whole beard. Talking about, and he got sponges and everything. The makeup language is like a foreign language to me. So I'm visual. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's that? And he up there, not doing makeup. The girls, his face be on there. I don't never like on those posts. Because all you doing is confusing me. And some of you sisters be on there like, oh, you what do y'all call it? Oh, you call it a beat. When y'all do your makeup real good, you call that, oh, her face is beat. Y'all be on there telling the brother his face is beat. I just be confused. How do you have a goatee? Where does mustaches come in this now? Why is that for the? I'm a girl with. Sometimes sis, we get a little peach fuzz. Sometimes we gotta fix our eyebrows because our hair. But other than that, my hair don't grow on my cheeks in full force like that. I don't know why y'all laughing at me hard, but y'all know I'm telling the truth. I just skip. I don't put no likes and shares and comment talk about, ooh, it's shut up. So when y'all go to showing them signs, Steve Harvey, I'm not going to refer to you as masculine. It's too hard. It's too much work for you. You feel like it's too much pressure for me to treat you like a full-fledged man. Baby, you a member alone. Now, let me tell you this real quick. Thumbs up, share. Y'all make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. I know I'm old school, and I don't care. Y'all can be new all you want to. High-fiving the man. And he ain't even, and y'all nowadays, y'all confuse me because you ain't even doing the full-fledged wig, the whole change. Some of y'all just come out talking deep, masculine. Then you have like on real long nails. So my God. I just be confused. And anything that go to confusing me, I just have to remove myself from those kinds of environments. Funny. Thumbs up. No, I don't do that. That's not me. I be confused. You confusing me. I don't know what to do with that makeup when the hair is all out the side of your face. And I shouldn't have to struggle like that.
And we want to commend you for that. And the whole Phi Beta Sigma, all Z Phi B need to be had their chest out for their sister. Because but
you little sorority people, I love my sorority sisters. But look, this is y'all right here. Steve is sitting there bragging about this. Y'all got to get it together. And these little Greek, different kind of sorority groups and clubs. Talk black to me.
Still the class act. And we want to commend you for that. And the whole Phi Beta Sigma, all Z Phi B need to be had their chest out for their sister. Because you represented extremely well, Sheryl.
And women in broadcasting, black women.
The devil is a lie. She talking about women in broadcasting. He done sat there and told her she was a master. He done told her more times than I can count. What an amazing job she did. How all of them proud. Now he's saying all of the Z women, whoever y'all are, ought to be proud and stuff, have their chests and stuff out. You better get your funny looking self out my face. You boule are dangerous. Why, Vicki? Because Steve is congratulating Sheryl for submitting to white supremacy. Am I saying that Sheryl should have went on the show and cussed somebody out? No. There is a way for you to still, in a classy manner, you could have exposed this woman for the white supremacist that she is, not playing along with her. You stopped crying, Sheryl, when this white woman told you to stop crying, and when she made it clear to you that it's only her as a white woman that has a right to weaponize her tears. Sheryl stopped choking up. When Sharon Osbourne told her she better not cry and stop crying, and she the only one that'll be crying. You disgusting Negroes get on my nerves. That's right, Jerome. You are not teaching us about Black liberation. You are not teaching us that when you're working for white corporations and companies and white environments, you're not teaching us how to stay there for a certain time and how to use some of the resources so that you can build Black. You are teaching us how to stay there forever and how to deal with it, how to cooperate with it, how to be submissive to it. Somebody says she's a Zeta and Steve is an Omega Psi-Phi. All that's foreign and not foreign. It's all foreign. Let me leave it at that because I ain't trying to offend none of y'all, especially those of you who are Soros and that love me and follow me and support me and the network. But y'all know y'all got some issues. All these different clubs. I go in on religious groups all the time, so I'm certainly not fixing to let y'all off the hook. Somebody said Greek loms. That's right, Greek loms. And it's a bunch of y'all in there that I've had to call out. Because there's a certain mindset. I like the little girly stuff. I like when, I like how feminine some of them are. I love it when y'all wear your little pink and stuff. I like the whole notion of sisterhood. All that's cute. The thing that throws me for a loop is your white supremacist stance. What gets me is how y'all get on code for white supremacy. That makes me want to just throw the whole thing away. Talk Black to me. Not that I do throw the whole thing away, but I almost do. There is a way to deal with the white supremacist without her putting hands on her. But she did not call her out. She submitted to this white supremacist woman. Watch this. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Look.
Absolutely.
In the struggle, all of that, Sheryl.
All of that, Sheryl. Because we know if it was the other way around.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I will tell you this. I got calls from all over the world for people that I was wondering, how did you find me? How do you know me? I was getting prayers. I was getting love. And I want people to know this. I believe that God was telling me, I have a plan for you. I am about to pour down a blessing upon you. I just need to know, are you ready? Because you will face this again. Serve it. I need to know, are you ready? And
y'all see how crazy y'all sound? She's quoting the Lord saying, servant, are you ready? Y'all, the reason we are in bondage still after 500 years is because you all are telling us that this is God's will. You are telling us, Sheryl, remember what she said at the beginning of it? Her restraint. This is why I'm so disgusted with Steve Harvey right here, y'all. He congratulates Sheryl for what? For how well she did what? Somebody talk Black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up. He congratulates Sheryl for what, family? For how well she did what? Submitted to white supremacy, right? But how many of y'all remember this right here?
This is Monique, man. I'm telling you.
Where my sister Rashida at? How many of y'all remember this?
you saying it like I'm a problem.
Oh, you have been a problem.
Well, Steve.
Right now, you're listening to footage. My God, today, thank you, Vicki, for your wisdom. I love you too, beloved. Your gift is blessed 1,000-fold. How many of y'all remember? Not too long ago, Steve Harvey and a whole bunch of Black bootlicks, bones and biscuits came out against Monique. This is a picture. How many of y'all remember this? How many of you all remember Monique going on Steve Harvey's show. This is a picture. Somebody said they crying with their trophy. Honey, y'all know it's the truth. Look. How many of y'all remember this? How many of y'all remember all the black people that got mad at Monique because Monique was calling out Oprah Winfrey? And who's the other one? Tyler Perry. And she called out Steve Harvey too. While I can appreciate some of the stuff Steve Harvey did, Tyler Perry did, this is another reason why I got to call out Tyler Perry when he go to doing this stepping and fetching. Because this is another problem that we have when when y'all go to confusing stuff. Them bussies. Them Buttery Bussy Brigade members. The notorious. Y'all remember what happened on there?
Okay. What was it? Let's go.
Let's go.
You started getting labeled as difficult.
Yes.
Why do you believe that happened? And do you see that changing, and why?
I got labeled as difficult. My husband and my husband is Sydney, who happens to be my manager. We got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now I said no to.
My God, what? Don't miss what she said. Monique told who no? She told Oprah, Tyler Perry, and what's that other little funny looking one's name? She may say the name now.
Very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels.
Y'all better listen. She didn't cuss nobody out when she initially said no. They wanted her, after giving her a pittance from the movie she was in, they wanted her to run herself ragged to push it. She had a few boundaries. These were not things that she was locked into with a contract. And they got mad. And guess what? Tyler, Oprah, and Lee Daniels did. They helped to make sure that this other black woman, Monique, was blackballed. Somebody say I'm buffering. Am I, family? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Do y'all remember that? Watch this. Let me see if I can tell if I'm buffering or not.
I'm buffering or not.
Okay, looks like it's all right, y'all.
I'm buffering or not.
Okay, looks like it's all right, y'all. Okay, let's clear that up. Let me turn that off. Okay, everybody else is saying no, I'm good. Watch this. We almost finished. Give me a minute. I want to show you the dichotomy here. I want you to pay attention to how Steve derives from what? Step. Steve comes from the word step. Is that right? Step comes from what? Step and fetch. That's from the dictionary. Watch this.
And I said no to Lionsgate.
Wait a minute.
We got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now
this is what they got mad about.
I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels, and I said no to Lionsgate. And the difficulty came in when people that look like me, like Oprah, Tyler, Lee Daniels, and I gotta put my brother Steve on the list.
Whoa! Monique said, people that look like me, Oprah. Somebody put Oprah. Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, and she said, yes, even my brother, you, Steve. Because she said no, what did these funny looking biscuits do? They went behind the scenes with White Zaddy and started to make her career impossible. This is why I tell you about white supremacy, that the problem is the white supremacists, what? White people. And what was the second group I said? White supremacists, black people. It's the racist white supremacists, and it's white people's black people. Oprah, Tyler, Lee Daniels in that situation were operating as white people's black people. Let's see if Steve Harvey is going to congratulate her for having boundaries and saying no to these powerful people. Let's see. Let's see.
Y'all knew I was not wrong. Each one of you said to me, Monique, you're not wrong. And when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister done burnt too many bridges.
Whoa!
And there's nothing I can do for her now. Steve, do you know how hurt I was?
But Simone, now let me give you this. Because you and I had this conversation, I thought you went about it wrong. See, I felt that you had done yourself a disservice by the way you chose to go about it.
Shut up, pussy.
How I went about it.
I was cool with you, with your deal with Netflix. I was cool with you. The two problems that we had, number one, the boycott of Netflix, we never gave people a point of action. Okay, if we're going to boycott, are we going to not get subscriptions? Are we going to turn it off? Or are we going to go down there and get signs? The second point, what was coming to me was, this problem that you had in Netflix is rich people problems. Because they looking at us going, you talking about you didn't get millions, or you got this, you ought to be cool.
But when you say, Mo, it's the way...
Do you all hear that step and fetch talk? He says these are rich people problems, as if this is a zone that Black people, specifically Monique, ain't got no business even in or trying to challenge. I can't stand a coward. For those of you who are familiar with the scriptures in the book of Revelation, when it talks about the lake of fire, do you all know that one of the groups that's going to be in the lake of fire, it ain't just some of your favorite groups that you always talk about, members of these intersectional groups that's going to be in the lake of fire? Guess what? One of the main ones that the scripture says is going to be in the lake of fire are the fearful. You cowards. You disgusting cowards. Listen, I don't even need to add nothing to this. I'm not finna get myself worked up. My doctors already want me to take a break from doing my shows because they said, Vicki, your shows are so heavy. We got to make sure that you ain't triggering stuff in your body. Y'all listen.
One about it. And I want to explain that, and I thank you for saying that. Inequality is devastating, and it's extreme. And when people said, Monique, do you think calling a boycott was extreme? You damn right. But isn't inequality extreme?
My God. She said, isn't inequality extreme?
We've got to get to a place where we're unafraid to say it out loud. Okay. What I would have loved, what I would have appreciated from my brother.
Listen, she talking about Steve with his funny looking Sambo shucking and jiving. Funny looking. Give me the thing, Vicki, so you can stop screaming and so that you don't miss most shows because you hollering and you done strain your voice. This thing right here. Do you recognize not this animal? Does anybody recognize? Somebody talk Black to me. I'm letting the images speak for themselves. Listen.
Had you picked up the phone before you went on the air and said, Monique, you've burned too many bridges and there's nothing I can do. See, I would have.
So this how devilish Steve is. Steve, you didn't even call her first. You went public and told this Black woman, because she told Oprah no, because she told Lee Daniels no, because she told Tyler Perry no, because she told Lionsgate no. You went public before you even called her and said she burned too many bridges. Do y'all see when some of you funny looking people say all Black people coming together unified? If God ain't even trying to work with everybody, if God said he's fixing to get ready to just get rid of all of the older generation, like in an instance, if God don't fool with it, I'm not about to fool with y'all. You are a disease. I can't be fooling with diseases. I don't believe in the unification of a disease. You try to eradicate a disease. Somebody talk Black to me. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, family, at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. You spell my name Vicki. And make sure that you join my upcoming 2-hour special, backed by popular demand, The Secret Money in Your Womb Part 2. The link is in the chat. The Secret Money in Your Womb Part 2. This is for all the ladies. Ladies, I'm going to be talking about You are the ATM. It's going to be so good. You can join two ways. If you want to go straight to the mastermind and join, go to flynubianmastermind.com. That's flynubianmastermind.com. If, however, if you join my weekly mastermind that I do every Wednesday night for $1, even if you're not available on Wednesday nights live, we always upload the video, so you'll still have access to everything. If you join if you go to clubvicki.com and join my weekly mastermind for $1, you get automatic access. So two ways. Join my weekly mastermind for $1, clubvicki.com, or go to flynubianmastermind.com. Meanwhile, I want everybody in here to subscribe to flynubianqueentv.com, share. Now listen to this madness.
Appreciated it. My brother called me up and said, baby, let's talk. Because you doing that was a part of me being difficult.
Do I hear that? All of these different powerful black people going to the public. She said, you added to me being labeled as difficult. And Steve, on behalf of white people, Steve, whose name derives from step comes from step and fetch. Steve is always trying to tell somebody black what to do to please white people. Listen.
Oh,
yes, baby.
Remember the moment on stage?
Oh, yes.
See, now that
was
right
a
there.
wonderful moment.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, my goodness.
No, it wasn't.
That was one of those moments.
See, no, it wasn't.
That Richard Pryor whispered in my ear and said, say it. You say it.
Richard
Because
Pryor did
I'm
not
tell
you to say that.
Yes, he did. Oh, baby. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I do not regret, as I said on the Steve Harvey show, I do not regret one moment of that night on that stage.
No, in case you don't know, Mo told Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lee Daniels to suck her private parts.
Not my private parts.
Well, you said if I had one, I want them three to suck my private parts.
Yeah.
It wasn't private parts on stage. So now, then I went, I quit breathing. I quit breathing for you.
I didn't.
What happened to you, Mo, was when you made that statement, the narrative got flipped. It wasn't about Netflix no more. It wasn't about Netflix no more. The attention was all off of where we needed to go.
Huh? That was before Netflix.
So good. So now when you bring up Netflix, it don't get no win, but you done just said this to these three people. And these three people, not because they're powerful, but because of who they've come. And what happens is, I told you, we can't cure darkness with more darkness.
What we can do is cure it with comedy. And what I'm not going to do, Steve, I'm never, ever going to waver from my comedy show on that stage. That's my gift, and that's my freedom. And what happens is, when you allow people to start taking your freedom and your gift and making it become what makes them comfortable, we then lose. When you called me...
You better talk black to me, sis. Watch this. His weak self. You know full well the reason why y'all blacklisted her is because she said no. The only reason, when she said no, y'all blacklisted her. And because she was blacklisted, that's when she took that experience and then took it on stage. You just mad that she challenged white people's black people at all, Steve. See, you got to understand about Jim Crow. The Jim Crow laws were actual written laws, state and local, but there were also unwritten laws, family. There were expectations of cultural norms. You had Oprah. Oprah claims that she's so pro-woman, she screwed that black woman over because she offended a white network. Somebody talk black to me. You all who get upset and angry with black folk who have the nerve to stand for integrity and not allow their gifts and their talents to be exploited and not to merely accept crumbs, this offends the bussy. The bussy is badly offended. The League of Mammy that throws them for a loop because their destiny is to be white people's black people.
The morning show on the phone, I said to you, Steve, my family is suffering behind this. And y'all know I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong. But none of y'all in real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus.
Because Mo, listen to me.
And that's the problem with you bones and biscuits and bootlegs. You are cowards. You say privately little things, but you won't say it publicly because you want to enjoy not even the biscuit, not even the crumbs from the biscuit. You are satisfied with sniffing the biscuits being baked from a distance. As long as you get a whiff of a biscuit. Some of you all are satisfied. I'm almost finished.
Fighting two wars here.
What war?
There's two wars.
Y'all, he finna discuss you real bad. Steve talking about we fighting two wars. Now listen to what he say.
It's what your issue is, and it's what the perception of the issue is, and the narrative has changed.
See, I'm hearing what you're saying, baby, and I agree with it when the narrative changes. But if all of y'all said, this is the only issue I have with it, baby, when all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way.
Did you hear what this disgusting coon said? He said, we black out here. We can't come. Did y'all hear what Steve said?
We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to.
He said, we are black out here and we can't come out here and do it in any kind of way. Her simply saying no at first, before she did her comedy piece, she told Oprah no, she told Lionsgate no, she told Tyler Perry no, she told Lee Daniels no. He's saying that you can't just say it like that. You got to turn over your wide behind and let them do whatever they want to do to it first. You got to let them tickle you. You got to let them assault you. And then you wiggle and smile and say, is that good enough, master? Did you all hear what Steve said? Why am I playing this for you now? This is a couple more seconds. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Vicki X Dillard.
Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something, Oprah. All of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't.
He said, when you tell the truth, you got to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. You can't.
Come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black.
He said, we got to flex differently. Jim Crow has a white side to it. Jim Crow has a black side to it. Do you all hear that?
Man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game. But let me tell you what the game is before the money game. Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we
notice how nobody ain't clapping when she talks about integrity. What are our elders made of? Steve Harvey, you got millions upon millions upon millions upon millions. You telling me you don't know how to use alternative media and to take, you trying to pretend like your family gonna suffer and starve, which when you got tens of millions of dollars sitting up in the bank account now? Y'all make me sick.
The integrity, worrying about the money.
But Mo,
and wait a minute.
If I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren.
You lying, Steve. Steve, you know darn well you got enough to take care of 15 generations down the road. And if you don't, you need to be going right now to flynubianbusiness.com so that you can learn how to start another business and get instruction from black people that's running a business, or join Dr. Boyce's theblackbusinessschool.com so that you can figure out how to level up your tens of millions of dollars, and or go to flynubianmoney.com so that you can learn how to invest. You see how y'all lying? You see how Steve is out here lying to justify his Samboism, his shucking and jiving.
I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
He said he can't for the sake of y'all. Thank you for putting that in the link. FlyNubianBusiness.com. Join today. He said he couldn't for the sake of his integrity. Let me tell y'all something. I don't agree with everything that every Black alternative media force does or says or whatever. Some of y'all get upset about that. Some of you ladies and brothers that used to support, that love me and support me, some of you all say, well, Vicki, because you own these networks and you won't do your own thing, you don't care that I'm on a health journey and all that it would be required of me to do that on my own. You don't have a network infrastructure set up. But because I believe in collaboration, the Black men who I work with on these networks, say what you want. But they're making a name for themselves their way. They're able to pay the bills and be a blessing for their families today and for tomorrow, not having to lick the butt of white supremacists. Steve Harvey says, screw integrity. The men that I support, the men that believe in me, the networks that I'm on are from Black men. It's Black men that's marketing me, that gave me a chance, and that lets me put my message before the world. Black masculine men who don't bow down to white people and say, Vicki, your integrity doesn't matter here. When I was trying to figure out how would I reach my tribe and get my message in some way to the world without compromising who I am, you know darn well Steve Harvey wasn't going to put me on. I thank God for Dr. Boyce, my brother Fields. These are people that put me on, that believe in my message. And that doesn't make me compromise the core of who I am. Do you understand by listening to Steve Harvey, who's in his 60s, why God had to get rid of the older generation, why God would not allow most of them except for 2 to enter the promised land?
Are ways to win the war in a different way.
Steve just said there's ways to win the war a different way, but you just heard him say, we Black out here. He says you told the truth, so now you got to deal with the consequences of the truth. And he says, and you don't do it by what? Integrity. Your ears didn't play no trick on you. Why did I play that? There's a part 2, but I don't have time for that. I got to go. Why did I play that? Because I wanted you to see Steve Harvey congratulated this mammy for how well she sucked up to white supremacy. Congratulated her repeatedly. Told her how all of her sorrow sisters in the world came to her defense. Told her she was a master. He congratulated this. But for this one, because this one, before she did her comedy piece, told Oprah, Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Lionsgate, because she simply told them what? No. He rebuked her publicly. This is what disgusts me about Steve Harvey. Integrity is something we're born with, cultivated and harnessed by people Yes, your gift is blessed, beloved, 1,000-fold. And it's the reason why I consider and I make no distinction, none, between brothers that act like a buttery bussy bite. Hello, Steve. These are both members of the League of Mammies. Talk black to me. We're not going to get anywhere with black male leadership like that, who tells us to throw the truth away, throw integrity away. Let me get ready to go, family. Love you to pieces. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. My name is Vicki Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. My name is spelled Vicki. Vicki. Very simple. Vicki X Dillard. I'm on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Make sure that you sign up for FlyNubianBusiness.com so that you can learn how to start a black business, or FlyNubianMoney.com. Excuse me. So that you can learn how to invest your money. That way you don't become a Steve Harvey. God forbid. We don't want you to become that. There's ways to get you money and integrity and to live a life of your dreams without always having to bend real low to lick boots and booty. Somebody talk black to me. I love you, family. Let me see all of my sisters. Go to clubvicki.com, join for $1, or join at FlyNubian. Excuse me. FlyNubianMastermind.com, FlyNubianMastermind.com. This Saturday, March 20th, 2 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be talking about the secret money in your womb, part 2. You are the ATM. Let me drop these spiritual jewels on you about the wealth that's already in you and how you can access it. I love you. I bow to you. You are such a special people. You are my bliss.